Welcome back to dennypark English Reading Show. I'm going to introduce you to the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Getaway by Jeff Kinney. Did you remember I read you part 1, 2, 3, and 4? Yeah, and it's time to read part 5. Let's read part 4 together and find out what happens. After my introducer with the spider, I was pretty eager to get out of the room. I grabbed the map of the resort and find my way to the beach. But I got lost and ended up a wall that separates the two sides. I guess I understand why they don't want to keep kids off the other side, but if you ask me, it kind of seemed like an overkill. I started to wonder if the room keys were actually tracking devices. That way, if any kid sneaked over, they could put a stop to it. Kazap! When I got to the beach, it was packed with families. I decided the real reason the wall was built was to protect the couples on the other side from seeing what was happening on the other side, our side. Because if they knew what they were in for, there's no chance they'd have kids for their own. Mom had rented one of the covered cabanas for our family to share. I was crazy about the idea of sharing a bed with the rest of the family, but I talked myself into it because at least I'd be out of the sun. I remember the beach cabins from the video. They played the shuttle bus. They show some couples having a romantic time watching the sunset. Well, maybe that's how it was on the other side of the resort. But on ours, it was a whole different story. Mom told me and Roger she was taking Manny to the bathroom and that we needed to stay in the cabin. Mom said she'd got the last one, and if we give it up, somebody else would grab it. One of the families that was waiting was way overdressed for the beach. I recognized the older kid from the treasure dive the day before. I guess nobody told these people they're not supposed to wear winter clothes in 45 degrees weather. This family looked like they could really use some shade, and I felt kind of guilty, so I tried not to make eye contact. Eventually, Mom and Manny came back, and Manny ran off to collect seashells. Mom got out the sunscreen and started putting it on me and Roderick. I was glad Dad wasn't there, because he always gets mad when Mom does things for us that he thinks we should be able to do for ourselves. I actually think this is all part of Mom's plan. I fear she doesn't want us to become too independent because we won't need her later on. I do think it would backfire on Mom though. Besides, because if things keep going the way we're going now, there's a good chance me and Roger will go off to college not even knowing how to clip our own toenails. This is one of the ways animals are different from people. In school, I learned that once a bear cub is about a year and a half old, its mother sends it out into the wild to take care of itself. But human beings live with their parents for 18 years before they're ready to go off into the world. If I'm ever a parent, I'm gonna be like the bears. First of all, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time teaching my useless information like the A, B, C, and colors and shapes. The second my kid is old enough to cross the street safely and plays an order as a fast food restaurant, I'm gonna be out of the house. After Mom let Roderick up, She told him he should go to the teen zone and try to contact some kid his age. I didn't think Roger would be interested, but he wanted to check it out. That got Mom all excited, and she said I should hang out with the twins, who are on the beach doing a survivor hunt. But it was pretty obvious to me that the survivor hunt is really just a beach cleanup disguise, and I didn't want any part of that. And when Roderick left, I was glad, because that meant one more room in the cabinet for me. But a minute later, Dad showed up, looking really pale. I thought he might still be dealing with stomach issues, but it wasn't that. He said when he went to use the toilet in our room, there was a giant spider underneath the seat, so I guess we didn't get rid of it after all. I asked Dad what happened next, and he said he whacked the spider with a bathrobe that was on the floor. So there was any chance I'm gonna wear that thing again. I asked him if he killed the spider, and he said he wasn't sure. He has the spider vanish after he hit it. Well, that story pretty much guaranteed that I wouldn't be using our bathrobe again either. Luckily, there was an outdoor shower by the pool. Dad seemed pretty shaken by what happened with the spider, and Mom said he should lie down and take a few deep breaths. That's when Manny went back to it with his bucket. Then he showed Mom what he had collected. I think Mom was expecting to be a bunch of seashells in the bucket, but it was full with the bream and helmet crabs, snails, and all sorts of other living things. Ah! And now these creatures are crawling all over our mattress. Mom scooped up the creatures into the bucket and told Manny he couldn't keep these things as pets. And he didn't seem to understand. Then she took the bucket down to the water and let them go. Mom needed a way to distract Manny, so she took him down to the activities hut to see what kind of stuff they had for kids. I wanted him to do more than just lie around in a cabana all day, so I tagged along with Mom. The one activity I really had my heart set on was swimming with dolphins. And the main reason I wanted to do that was so I have something to rub in Riley's face when I got back home. But the guy at the activities hut said that swimming with dolphins are really popular, and it was totally booked. Mom asked if we could sign up for the next day, but the guy told her it was sold out for the whole week. That wasn't the worst part either. All the really fun stuff, just like jet skiing and parasliding, was only able on the wild side, and the lame activities were on the mild side. Mild side activities: dolphin swim, windsurfing, paddleboarding, turtle hatching, bird watching, snorkeling, natural walk, banana boat. But Mom didn't seem bothered. She signed up for 2 activities: the banana boat and the turtle hatching. Mom was especially excited about the banana boat. She said he could use the picture of our family Christmas card and send it out to everyone when we got back home. It seemed like a pretty good curry idea to me, but I guess nothing could be as bad as the Christmas card Riley's family sent this year. Ho, ho, hope your family has a Merry Christmas. Mom told me I needed to go back and get Roderick, so I used the map to find my way to the teen zone. Well, I probably couldn't find it without a map. Some of the teens were playing water polo in the pool, and Roderick was one of them. But the game was paused because one of the girls had got her lip ring stuck in the net, and Roderick was helping her get untangled. I told Roderick we needed to go, but he didn't seem to be in any hurry to leave. You finally got him to come with me, but I practically had to drag him away from his water polo game. We met everyone else down by the water, where they were getting fitted for life jackets. Mom gave her camera to the guy who was helping them and asked him to snap a picture when we passed by. He got into the water and climbed aboard the banana boat, which was attached to the speedboat by a rope. He gave the driver the thumbs up signal. Then, and we took off. Once we left the shallow water, we started to pick up speed. The water was kind of choppy, so it was hard holding on. When we hit a big wave, and all three of us boys went flying up. The driver had to circle around so we could get back on. When we got moving again, we went through the area where they had a water trampoline, and kids started using our banana boat as a target. Then one of the stupid kids landed smack in the middle of our boat, punched it. Bloof! The banana boat was losing air fast, and the driver had to tow us back to shore. The guy that Mom gave her camera to took a picture, but I kind of doubt you're use it for the Christmas card. After we dried off, Mom said we should get some lunch, but the couple from the plane had already taken their cabana, and eating outdoors again didn't seem such a good idea anyway. I realized we hadn't eaten a real meal for 2 days, and I didn't want to eat any more that I had to worry about animals attacking my food. Dad said we should go to the clubhouse because it was the only indoor restaurant in the resort. Everyone seemed to like that idea, so that's where we went. But when we got to the clubhouse, the manager said they couldn't serve us. He said the clubhouse had a dress code and that guy had to wear colored shirts and women had to wear dresses. Dad told the manager he didn't have those things. And the manager said that we would purchase from this at the grape shop. But Dad said the collar shirts cost $50 each, and there's no way we were going to buy 4 of them and just so we have lunch. So we had to find another place to eat. Roger wanted to just have some hot dogs at the teen zone, but Mom said she wanted to eat lunch as a family. This is end of part 5. If you want to read if you want to read Wimpy Kid more with me, all you have to do is search like this in the YouTube Danny Park English Reading Show Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Thank you, and don't forget to put a good sign on my video and subscribe my channel. Thank you. See you later. Bye bye.